was just asking people if they agree with our message that Trudeau must resign.
I think Justin Trudeau should have resigned quite some time ago. I mean, you pick a scandal. Is it blackface?
Look at these images. I mean, it says 1,000 words, right?
I don't know all about that stuff, but like it just... Oh my Lord, look at that.
So I think Justin Trudeau is actually a really great prime minister.
Oh, really?
I do.
He shouldn't be here. No one likes him. He needs to resign.
So he stepped down. What he's gonna do? Drama teacher again?
As far as I know from back home where I came, all say that Trudeau is a good guy and fine. So
I am just in admiration of the man for his policies.
Well, how are we full of here? Do you support blackface?
What's that?
Do you support blackface? Well, you came to me, but as you said, you're Ukrainian, you're getting billions of Canadian tax dollars.
Really? You think so?
Oh, I know so. David Menzies for Rebel News here in downtown Toronto. And the message today, folks, is enough is enough. We have endured 8 long years of the Trudeau Liberals, and they have lurched from one scandal to another. And the Prime Minister's hypocrisy, it's just off the charts. He claims he's a feminist, but it was he who groped a female reporter, and he has a very hard time with strong-willed female MPs. And what about Justin Trudeau calling his critics racist? But it was the Prime Minister who has donned blackface so many times, even he doesn't know what the total amount is. Shocking.
So exactly how many times have you darkened your skin with makeup in an act that you have yourself described as racist?
I shared the moments that I recollected, but I recognize that it is something absolutely unacceptable to do.
But what happened just 2 weeks ago in the House of Commons, that might be the most egregious scandal to date. You see, Justin Trudeau was calling the members of the Freedom Convoy Nazis. He was demonizing them and vilifying them with the worst word he could think of. And guess what? He invited a real Nazi into the House of Commons, that would be Yaroslav Hunka, to a hero's welcome. And this wasn't a garden variety Nazi, folks. No, Hunka was a member of the SS Waffen Group. That's an infamous division that killed civilians and carried out war crimes. Now, in the aftermath of Nazigate, the Speaker of the House, Anthony Rota, stepped down as Speaker. He's still staying on as an MP, and that's problematic because he had a key role in inviting Mr. Hunka into the House. But regardless, it's not enough. The Prime Minister, of course, has not offered a personal apology. He never does. And we are saying that after 8 years of outrageous scandals in which Prime Minister Trudeau has embarrassed Canada on the international stage, he has to do the right thing and tender his resignation. Now, folks, you can see behind me, we have our Jumbotron-equipped truck. Our campaign is called TrudeauMustResign.com. That's TrudeauMustResign.com. I urge you to go to that petition and sign it. Also, if you can help us out with our expenses, we have this truck for about 4 hours. It's going to cost us about $2,000. We would surely like to recoup that money. So please, if you can go to TrudeauMustResign.com and make a donation, we would greatly appreciate that. Now, since we are here at Yonge Dundas Square, we're going to ask passers-by, do you agree with our position that Justin Trudeau must resign, or, God forbid, will people here in downtown Toronto make justification for this Prime Minister to stay on for at least another 2 years? Let's find out what they have to say. Do you agree with the message he should resign?
Oh, yeah, he's a crap bastard, like, man. He'll spend all this money in war-torn countries and but he won't put clean water on native land here.
We agree that Trudeau must resign.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment. But I think it was the Speaker who actually made that mistake, and he's resigned.
The audacity he must have for him to even be in that position, in that role. I can't believe we were misguided enough, not me, but others, to have voted for him in the first place, and now we're paying the price.
I agree, because at the end of the day, it's like, if you're honouring Nazis in the game. I mean, obviously they added a lot of impact on a lot of people back during the World War II and everything, and caused deaths to a number.
No, I do not agree. I'm Ukrainian. He helped us a lot, so I do not think so.
I don't know, I'm a radical militant Indian, so I don't really vote in white man politics.
I 100% support this, and I say that we definitely must resign Trudeau, and he's got to go at the end of the day. Like, he's done nothing for our country and for our people as Indigenous people, and for people in general, every minority.
That's horrible. I can't believe they all stood up. They all stood up and clapped for him like he's a hero, but he's a Nazi. It's horrible. There's no. I mean, that's the Canadian government for you, so.
Must resign.
No wiggle room on this one, then.
No.
I think it's horrible. What is he doing? He shouldn't be here. No one likes him. He needs to resign. He's doing nothing but bringing bad people.
I'm just wondering what's taking so long. It's well overdue. Look at these images. I mean, it says 1,000 words, right?
I don't know if. I think he's gonna get voted out.
Okay, then. That could be as long as 2 years down the road.
Yeah, I mean, like, I personally don't really like him that much.
Oh, absolutely. I think Justin Trudeau should have resigned quite some time ago. I mean, you pick a scandal. Is it blackface? Is it, going after the Freedom Convoy? These were peaceful protesters, seizing people's bank accounts. I think what you're doing here is great, and the public really needs to wake up and say, hey, this guy is a tyrannical dictator. He needs to go.
I actually really like Justin Trudeau.
Oh, you really like him? Okay, then. Can I ask why?
He just seems to get things done. Like COVID, he was really quick with that, so why do you not like him?
Because he's a narcissist. The narcissists need power and adulation. So he stepped down. What he's gonna do? Drama teacher again?
So I think Justin Trudeau is actually a really great prime minister.
Oh, really?
I do.
Can you?
You know who's really, really scary is Maxime Bernier.
Oh, of the People's Party.
Oh, for like what people?
Okay.
The people that don't care about human rights.
But they don't even have one seat in Parliament.
Thank goodness for that.
I just new here, so first of all, I don't know much about the situation here.
Oh, okay then.
As far as I know from back home where I came, all say that Trudeau is a good guy and fine, so.
I'm not quite sure if he should or not.
Oh, why is that, ma'am?
I rather like the guy.
Really? What has been Justin Trudeau's greatest accomplishment in 8 years?
I think he's had some great general policies, and I am just in admiration of the man for his policies that are associated with multiculturalism and equality.
And not because I agree with everything he's done, but I don't think that's enough for you to tell him to resign. And I'm just being truthful.
A lot of people find it hard to swallow that Justin Trudeau inferred that people who were part of the trucker protest were Nazis, and yet here he is having a real Nazi, an SS Nazi, come into the House of Commons. That's beyond the pale.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of consistent with the renaming, or I should say the assigning of definitions. Things are backwards now, right? So it's akin to George Orwell's Ministry of Truth.
I don't know all about that stuff, but it just. Oh my Lord! Look at that.
Everybody in the House of Commons or wherever it was knew that gentleman was a Nazi. They just played dumb, acting like they didn't know. It's just basically pure mockery on us.
It just explains his whole campaign. It's unorganized, there's no planning, it's just kind of spur of the moment.
I think it's just par for the course, unfortunately, with him. And the longer he's in government, the longer we keep this guy around, the more diminished Canada's reputation on the world stage becomes.
Because he's not aware of what really happened in Canada. Yeah. We are part of the society, and he doesn't care. So when we approve what the truckers were doing in our behalf, he didn't want to know that.
I don't know if I want him to resign, but I would like him to speak up for himself on why he allowed that to happen.
He calls you a racist if he disagrees with you, yet look at that.
Yeah,
puts on the blackface so many times, even he's lost count. It's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I would say it's a joke. He's a joke of a prime minister, but it's kind of depressing at this point. It has been for some time, so it's not a laughing matter.
Yeah, there's really no excuse to. That's disgusting. I just saw it now, but there's no excuse to doing blackface, especially as a man as powerful as Justin Trudeau. It's actually very horrible. as a black man myself, as a Canadian citizen, you know, we look up to him for guidance for everything. You know, he's the prime minister, for God's sakes.
Yes.
But he's doing blackface. There's no justification in that. I'm sorry.
His conduct is not proper. No, I don't think he should continue. He's not a leader.
For me, my beef with Trudeau stems from what we had to go through with the lockdown.
Yes.
This here in China, it was the absolute worst.
Can you believe we might have 2 more years of this regime in Ottawa?
I hope not. If so, then I'm gonna have to find another place to live because it's crazy. It's crazy. Our country's gone down.
It's horrible. I mean, he'll get on and say, on behalf of all Canadians, he's the only one doing it. None of us like him. He's gotta go.
Well, how are we full of shit, sir? Do you support blackface?
What's that?
Do you support blackface? Well, you came to me. Are you looking for a handout, sir?
You know, if I were a Liberal member of Parliament, I'd be looking at my team around me, looking at my leader and saying, hey, is this the guy I want to hitch my reputation, my political future to?
What did he exactly do during COVID? I remember mass lockdowns, unless you were big multinational corporations. I remember vaccine apartheid, if you will. I'm just wondering, is his record over the COVID period something to brag about?
Yeah, he got people money like really quick. You just called a number, you put your social insurance number in, and then it was deposited right away. He didn't make people wait.
Okay.
And I think he handled the gay pride in 2016 really, or 2015-16 really well when people interrupted and he had to deal with that. So,
can you name Justin Trudeau's greatest accomplishment these past 8 years?
Where do I begin? There's actually so many.
Oh, give me one.
Well, I think the fact that I have connections to the federal government, I will say that he does a very good job, and I'll just leave it at there. He's helping.
You can't give me one tangible. But what has he done about the environment? There are native reserves, dozens of them, that don't even have clean drinking water.
And people like the People's Party would help no one. So.
Well, I don't know why you're always bringing the People's Party into it. This has been the government of the last 8 years.
Your news organization represents.
Well, so. No, not really. What do you think of Nazigate? It's
How much money did he put in towards the Croatia or whatever that Croatia fund or whatever, where they're all getting bombed and?
Oh, you mean in Ukraine, sir?
Yeah,
or?
Ukraine. Yeah, and he's spending billions of dollars there when he could have used half of that for not even a percentage of that to clean up reserves.
But as you said, you're Ukrainian. You're getting billions of Canadian tax dollars.
Really, you think so?
Oh, I know so.
Yeah, it is. It is the fact because we are in a state of war. Of course, we need the help of Canada. It's just like basic thing.
The funding to Ukraine has to be stopped, and more has to be more focused to the Torontonians, to everyone in Canada. Because even a person like the 25, 26-year-old, they can't even put a down payment on a condo. It's almost 150 grand. Even someone making $30 an hour is not affordable living anymore. So where's this money going? Do you care about your Canadians or do you care about the Ukrainians everywhere you go?
Trudeau says he's a feminist, but he groped a female reporter.
This is just hilarious. That's why I know who said.
Why is that hilarious?
Good job. I hope you get your $12 or something.
My $12.
So long.
Do you hear that, Justin Trudeau? So long for you.
Bye. Bye. Farewell.
Enough is enough, folks. Nazigate was the final straw in a long litany of scandals these last 8 years, thanks to the Justin Trudeau Liberals. Please go to our new petition, TrudeauMustResign.com. That's TrudeauMustResign.com. Add your signature to our petition, and if you can, kindly make a donation so that we can pay for our Jumbotron-equipped billboard truck. My thanks in advance.